Joe, first day back, about to head out to Spain. By the time this interview goes out, you'll probably actually be, on your way back or back from Spain. But how's your summer been? Are you glad to be back? And sort of, where have you been?
Yeah, summer was good. It was a good summer. Yeah, we had a good little trip away with the lads, obviously, which was a good time to celebrate sort of the season. Yeah, that was a nice few days, and then after that, it was pretty chilled with the family. Got away a couple of times, which was nice. Enjoyed some sun because it's not been too sunny here. But yeah, no, buzzing to be back.
Yeah, like you say, it's been a long summer, hasn't it? I think probably I imagine it's one of the longest summers you've actually had, sort of free doing nothing. So, have you found yourself bored at points? And I know I've sort of heard a few of the lads this morning in the change room saying it's so good to be back. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I think it's always exciting to be back, especially after last season. It's a real exciting time for the club, and us as players are really excited. But yeah, I think summers always go quick. Obviously, with the little one, I think my summer was busy, and there was always something to do. There wasn't too many boring days, but yeah, no, we're all buzzing to be back.
Just tell us then, how is the little one? Obviously, it was towards the back end of last season. You had your first baby, am I right in saying?
Yeah.
How have you found being a dad?
Yeah, it was nice. I think it was nice that we got sort of a good amount of time off while she was still as young. I got to spend a good amount of time with her. Yeah, which was really nice, and watch her sort of grow. It goes quickly. It goes really quickly.
Yeah, is that sort of, again, you're mature and you're not necessarily an 18, 19-year-old anymore, are you? Like you say, you're a dad, you've got a baby. Are your motivations for football maybe different now, or are they adapting? Because like you're saying, now I imagine you want to play and be successful for your little child.
Yeah, I think it does. It changes your perspective definitely on quite a few things. But yeah, it definitely makes you a bit more motivated to go and do well and sort of try and support your family. So yeah, it's been good.
Absolutely. How were the celebrations of the title win last year? Because I don't think we've actually spoke since that. So how long did you party for? Where did you party? What did you go up to? How was it? Yeah,
obviously we had the weekend here when we done it, and we sort of toured Chesterfield for the weekend, and then then we quietened down for a bit, and it was back to dad duties, and then yeah, we had the open top, which was good. That was good to see all the supporters out there. It was great support, and then yeah, we had the weekend in Spain, which was good fun.
Yeah, that open top bus tour obviously was something a bit different for you guys, wasn't it? Have you ever been part of something like that before?
I've never done one, no. So it was good to see, and yeah, I think when the supporters are as good as they are here, it's always going to be a good day. Yeah,
let's touch on the supporters then, because going into next campaign, there's over 5,200 season tickets sold, which is more than 1,000 this time last year. So it's an absolutely incredible backing from the Spireites fan base. And how sort of excited does that make you coming back in?
Yeah, it makes a huge difference to be at such a big club, especially when you're going through this sort of exciting spell where the fixture release is all going to be different to what they've experienced over the last few years, and us as lads are really looking forward to getting back out there in front of them.
Pre-season's obviously coming up. Again, I don't know when this interview will be going out, but I imagine you're already in Spain by now, so you'll probably have run your socks off a few times. But dreading pre-season or quite excited, looking forward to it?
I never dread it. I don't think. I think it's always a good chance just to sort of get as fit as you can. I think these trips are always good for the new lads as well, to integrate them into the team. And yeah, having met them already, I think the gaffer's done a really good job again at who he signed.
Yeah, over the summer then, did you keep an eye on who we were signing, and sort of what do you make of the competition for places?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I think everyone has a look at who we're going to sign. I think we've made a few statement signings, which is good. I think competition for places in the team is always healthy, and I think you want sort of the best competition as possible.
Paddy Madden is probably the player that's come in who is the most experienced, and obviously plays in that attacking position similar to yourself. So. Yeah. When someone signs that, I spoke to Griggy about it, and like you said, it's great. I think some supporters maybe get the wrong perception that maybe you're sat at home thinking, oh God, I can't believe we signed him a striker, but actually Griggy was saying that he quite likes it because he knows that he's going to come in and be motivated every day to train. How did you see that? Yeah,
100%. I think, like, even going off last year when we signed Griggy, I think my game improved a load, and that's due to the help he's given me as well. And I think Paddy's another top experienced pro that I can learn off being a bit younger. So yeah, I think it's always good to have sort of the best possible competition, and yeah, it definitely drives you on. I think we're all a team. That's what everyone sort of is here for. We all want to go in the same direction. So to have the best squad possible is the best thing.
Winning the league last year, does that make it easier or harder to come back for the next year, and in terms of motivation?
I think it makes you more excited for sure. Yeah, I think you're more motivated. You want to, once you've had sort of a taste for the promotions and stuff like that, you want it again. So I think everyone's on the same sort of track. So hopefully it'll be a good year.
Yeah, what are your own personal goals? So forget the team for a second. What does Joe Quigley want to achieve next year?
I think play as many games as possible, be involved as much as possible, and score as many goals as I can to get the team going in the right direction.
Are you someone who sets yourself targets? Again, you don't have to give us any numbers, but are you someone who does that, and if so, why?
Yeah, I think it's always nice to sort of have targets in mind that you can tick off along the way. I think it can help you stay motivated. I don't necessarily stick by them, but there's always sort of numbers in your mind that you want to stick to.
Yeah, the games as well in pre-season are quite exciting, aren't they? Again, probably the most notable one is Notts Forest at home, a Premier League side, at the SMH Group Stadium. So the supporters will be up for that one. As a player, I just spoke to Liam Mandeville. He said, it's one of those where it's just going to be you chasing a man around the field for 90 minutes. So how do you see that fixture specifically and the rest of the pre-season calendar?
I think the pre-season calendar looks really good. I think the Forest game is obviously going to be a tough game, but it's a good one to get your fitness in. Like Mandy said, you'll be chasing the ball for a lot of the game. But I think we had a few big games here last year and we actually held our own pretty well. So it'll be exciting. Yeah,
is there any sort of fixture in the league campaign? Obviously that the league's confirmed now, fixtures come out next week, but is there a team you're sort of looking at thinking, I'm looking forward to seeing when we're playing them, or who are you looking forward to playing home and away?
I haven't really thought too much about who obviously Notts away is always a good game. We take good support down there, and that'll be a good one. And then most games at home are always going to be good. So I like playing at home.
Obviously Mansfield, the local rivals, were in League 2 last year, got promoted to League 1. As a player, is that something you're disappointed at, that the local rivalry's gone, or would you have liked to play in that, or how do you...
I think it's disappointing because you always sort of when you're at a club and you hear about these derbies, you always want to be involved in one. So it's disappointing that they've gone up, but hopefully a nice cup draw.
Yeah, absolutely. You're going to say, is that something that in the sort of the cups, because obviously there's 2 cups we could face them in this year, so is that something that you'll be looking forward to hopefully play maybe a Mansfield, or would you rather play at a bigger club, or are you easy either way?
I'd like to experience that derby, to be honest, so I'd like to draw them in the cup for sure.
Absolutely, well hopefully we will. But no, looking on to next year then, as a team, obviously it's been your first day properly back in today. The gaffer's just had a quick meeting with you all, hasn't he? What's he said, and sort of how do you view the team's targets for next year?
That wasn't discussed too much. It was sort of more the housekeeping stuff today and sort of getting organised for the trip away. I know when we're away, like we did last year, we'll have loads of meetings as a team, in your sort of position-specific meetings, which will go through the targets for the season and things like that. So that'll be more coming up in the next week. Yeah,
are you motivated though? Are you ready to get back into it?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I think it's going to, fingers crossed, be a really good year, and we need a good pre-season under our belts.
Obviously the training pitch has had some revamp done to it. The pitch at the SMH Group Stadium has had a massive hurl over, and obviously as you can see it looks really good, doesn't it, with a few weeks to go as well. Yeah. The bench is going to have racing seats in rather than the hard seats. The floodlights have been done. There's so much going on at the club. Do you feel coming back like Chesterfield FC is sort of transforming into an EFL club again, and it's back on the way up, and how do you view that?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I think them sort of things just make it all a bit more towards the end sort of goal as such. So like the fans and the stadium last year, you can tell it's an EFL club, but adding them little things I think just makes it a club on the up.
Does that EFL status help motivate you as well?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you want to go into sort of a new league and show everyone what we've got, really.
Just talk to me about your experiences of the EFL as well then. So sort of how much experience have you had in the EFL, if any, and sort of how do you feel about sort of challenging yourself at this level?
Yeah, I think I've had a bit in League 1 and a few outings in League 2. I don't think there's a huge difference between the 2 leagues in terms of League 2 and the Conference. I think the Conference is a really competitive league, and it has been for a few years. But I think if we can work as hard as we have done sort of last year and go again this year, I think we'll be fine.
And just finally from me then, if a supporter is at home watching this, wondering whether to buy a season ticket, wondering whether to come along to the games, what would your message be to those supporters ahead of the new campaign, Joe?
I think first year back in the EFL, it's going to be a no-brainer, and there's going to be some good games. There's going to be some big games, and hopefully, come the end of May next year, we'll be celebrating again.